Joel Embiid finished with 36 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in the 132-103 win over the Wizards. And the 76ers take the commanding 3-0 lead in this first-round series. Hey, everybody. Welcome back into our NBA TV studios. Playoff Central Live is presented by State Farm. I'm Kristen Ledlow, alongside our Carlos Boozer, our Ryan Hollins. I keep forgetting that this is between us, and I keep tapping it. I will not do that all night long. But I do have to ask you, first and foremost, about Joel. What did you see from him that allowed him to be so efficient? Because the numbers that I just stated don't really wrap up. Yeah. I mean, he was 14 of 18 from the field in this one.
No, he was terrific, and he's been terrific really all season. I think that's implemented his skill set, his hard work, and also Doc Rivers being his head coach. Just phenomenal. Inside, outside, knocking shots down from everywhere. Great poise in the post, seeing the double team, making the right plays. But he's literally just evolved. You see right here, he got the isolation, reads everything, sees all the traffic is in the middle, goes baseline, 2 dribbles, little pump fake, gets him off you. That's that great poise. And he wanted the and one, but he'll get more of that, big fella. You see what great pick and roll player pops back. His jump shot has gotten better and better and better, so he has a little pump fake, a little MJ pump fake right there.
Right.
And then finishes above the rim,
bigger,
big fella.
yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, bigger version of it. Another pick and roll right here. Goes to a sweet spot, nobody on him. And this is why he's improved so much. He's taking timely 3-point shots at the right time. Here, the isolation. This move, a 7'2" guy, swim through, step back, jump shot, smooth. What do we see? Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki make that move. Well, now you got Joel Embiid doing the same thing. Another pump fake jab goes right. Little sweep shoot. Easy. This guy, if he would have stayed healthy, I think had the MVP wrapped up. He's got Philadelphia on his back. They're a game away from sweeping and moving on to the next round.
His 36 points, by the way, Ryan, the most by a Sixer in a road playoff game since guess who? I bet you could think of it if you thought.
AI.
I mean, Mr. Iverson.
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
okay.
AI. That guy. Mr. Iverson. Come on.
Good guess. That, though, was back in 2003. What can be said of Joel's just consistent emergence?
You know what? His patience, and he doesn't get enough credit for his IQ. He's one of the more high IQ bigs and players that we have in the league. And I love that the big men are now getting positionless. He just plays all over the floor. Yes, he's most effective on the block, but you're going to see him out to the 3-point line in the mid post. But Booz, you talked about this. They run actions through him. Yeah. He'll pick and pop. He'll dive to the rim. He'll catch on an elbow. And he's playing off his teammates. He's the engine that makes Philadelphia go. And I played for Coach Doc Rivers both in Los Angeles and with the Celtics. And I know he's brought law and order to Philly. And now he knows Thibault, you're a cutter. Okay, Curry, you're popping back. He knows where his teammates are, and he's doing a great job facilitating on top of scoring.
How much of a difference has he made in their culture as well?
Oh, man, Doc. There's no question marks. Doc is going to let you know when and where you should be, what's a great shot, what's a bad shot for you. And you see that, and you brought out Booz in his shot selection now, the opportunistic threes rather than the forced threes. Everything's coming within the offense.
For me, I feel like Doc brings immediate respect. All the players are going to respect him, the championship pedigree, the players that he's coached, the Kevin Garnett's and the Blake Griffins and the Chris Pauls. He demands a certain level of respect. So to Ryan's point, the law and order is exactly what Philadelphia needed.
Because we'll talk a lot about Joel and the big numbers that he put up in this one, but if you look at the box score, double-figure scoring for each of their starters, so a very balanced offensive effort.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. I mean, I give that credit also to Ben Simmons. Great job, poise, finding everybody in the right rhythm, making shots. Seth Curry out there, Thibault out there, obviously Embiid, Tobias Harris. Does a great job of finding everybody, even though he can score a lot of points himself as well, but he's a great facilitator and also very cerebral.
It was so tough for Washington, to load up on Embiid, to load up on Simmons. You've got Curry and Danny Green and those guys out on the perimeter stretching the floor. But you have two incredibly dominant one-on-one isolation, if needed, post players or drivers, whatever you'd like to call Simmons, but you can't help off of them. Yeah. And the ball movement was really excellent. And, even more, we hadn't spoken about it enough, but defensively, their defense led to a lot of their offense today. So now you're comfortable. When you defend, you're comfortable on the offensive end, and that's what Philly did.
Our post-game coverage is going to include player and coach press conferences. But while we wait for those guys to arrive at the podium, let's talk a little bit more about what the Washington Wizards can do differently, which I'm being told is going to be addressed right now as we speak by Scott Brooks. Perfect timing.
Ready, Coach?
Yep.
All right, everyone. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand.
Recording in progress.
Go ahead, Chase.
Hey Scott, just what were they able to do to take control of this game so early?
Their shot making, Embiid's ability to make plays makes the game easy for a lot of their players. They obviously got a good team, good players. I can't imagine anybody playing better than him. He's playing. That was MVP level tonight. We tried different things on him, but good player. I mean, he's definitely a handful.
And what was a common theme on the 3-point line for them? 9 threes in the first half. I think they made 17 in the game.
Yeah, well, they were hot. Danny Green, you want him to not take one shot without a dribble. I don't know if he took any shots without a dribble. Made his threes. A handful of them were mistakes. But with that being said, they put you in some tough positions. With Embiid and Simmons, they can pass over double teams. They can pass over the defense. Like I said, they got a lot of good players. And Harris is, I don't know if there's a better third that does what he does. He defends, he can play multiple positions, scores all over the floor. But his defense, his ability to rebound out of his position is another problem.
Ava.
Scott, you obviously switched up your defense on Embiid and went in more single covered for a good chunk of it. Just what did you see on tape that made you want to give it a try? Obviously, the double was working for you in game 2.
Well, I mean, just we have to keep mixing it up on him. We were playing him square it up until he put the ball on the floor and try to double team from the top. But he's able to make plays for his teammates, and the way they shot tonight, it was one of those games where no matter what you did, they were going to get some decent shots, even late contest shots they were making. Like I said, we didn't play as well as we would have loved to play, obviously, but they had a lot to do with it. This is a very talented, experienced team. They're championship ready right now. I wouldn't think they would surprise anybody if we got one more crack at it. That's what I told the guys. We want to play better. We want to give ourselves one more chance to play better. But yeah, they got a lot of talented players that really know how to play, and they're great experience.
And obviously, that said, after what you just said about Joel, but what can you tell Daniel about defense moving forward?